Top of the morning, lads. My name is Banana Cat, and today we are going to be reviewing for the AP Brainrot exam. If you took the pre-test, if you didn't score 707, and that's why you're here, nice. If you want to just learn about Brainrot, nice. Today, I'm going to present this information to you via an iceberg chart. If you don't know how that works, it basically has the top levels is the more well-known stuff, and the further you go down, the more obscure it gets. I'm going to be joined by my free teacher assistants. We got Kyle, we have Sir Waffle Wafer, and we have Bearer. So let's just get right into it with level 1. Now with level 1. First off, we have Skibidi Toilet, a web series made by The Fuck Boom, consisting of Half-Life 2 models put inside toilets. And for some reason, it really resonates with kids. I think every generation needs its Gmod Brainrot, since we had stuff like the Idiot Box.
Magnificent microwave casserole.
Next, we have mewing and just looks-maxing in general. Mewing is when you go, it's supposed to increase your jawline, but it totally does. It totally does. Yeah, it totally does. Yeah. Next, Subway Surfers, soap cutting, mobile game Brainrot that's always duetted or on the side of another TikTok video. You know what I'm talking about. It has some YouTuber sometimes describing something or a skit going on, and as Subway Surfers there to just keep you entertained because the content is so it's like mesmerizing. Looking at someone cut all these soap into blah blah blah, or like putting the weird paste thing on the pipes and putting like a dynamite in there. I don't know, it just retains attention better, but it's absolutely rotting your brain. Next, we have Riz. And if you mew, you might have good Riz. Oh my fucking god. But Riz. Riz originates from charisma. Riz is your ability to pick up people, basically. Next, we have alpha. And alpha, I'm just using to describe all these terms. Originating from the Greek alphabet, you have stuff like alpha, beta, sigma. Those are the big three. You want to be a sigma or an alpha. You do not want to be a beta, okay? Because it's like a social status, but it's not at all. And a lot of alpha male YouTubers who prey on these guys with awful insecurities, just awful insecurities. And they're like, you have to do this to become an alpha. You want to be a Skibidi Alpha Sigma. Finally, for level 1, we have Gyat. Gyat basically means a big fat ass. Originating from, I believe, Kaisenat's stream, where he yelled, Gyat! When he saw a fat ass. So that's it for level 1. I am now going to pass you along to my friend Kyle, who's going to go through level 2 with you.
We now come to level 2 of the iceberg. We're going to go through this section of the iceberg in chronological order, starting off with Among Us.
Among Us in real life. Among Us in real life.
Among Us is the staple of Brainrot in the COVID era, sticking around through much of quarantine. Among Us is a murder mystery game played on a 2D map. It is very simple to play and very accessible, which is part of the reason it was so popular for so long. It is also considered one of the most important Brainrot eras, as it preceded and somewhat kickstarted Gen Alpha Brainrot trends, such as Skibidi Toilet. Next up is Baby Gronk. Baby Gronk was originally just a normal kid, who trained to play football from a very young age and was very good at it. However, Baby Gronk's father was a marketing genius and gained his son millions of views on TikTok and other social medias. This internet popularity led to Baby Gronk getting to visit many talented football colleges for promotional videos. At one of these colleges, LSU, Baby Gronk met Livy Dunn, with whom he became closely tied to in Brainrot after he, quote, rizzed her up and stole her from the Riz King. Next is gooning and edging, which can somewhat be combined into one thing. Edging is the act of staying on the brink of finishing, and gooning is prolonged masturbation. Usually, this state of gooning is accomplished after a long edging session. These are both somewhat related to mewing, which we covered earlier, as an integral part of these is keeping an edging or gooning streak. After these two, we get into very recent Brainrot. First off, we have the TikTok Riz party. The Brainrot videos about this party are simply from one recording of a sweet 16 birthday party held by a group of friends, but these have a very few cute moments and characters in this recording that people on TikTok begin to greatly overanalyze, making up lore and everything else in between about a random teenage birthday party. Another notable part of this is the song Carnival by Kanye West playing in the background, which has now been enshrined in Brainrot culture due to this video. Finally, we come to the last Brainrot trend of the second tier. The alcohol trend is a video of a barber with a thick New York accent spraying alcohol on a client's forehead to disinfect it after a cut. The client starts acting out. The barber tells the client, always doing too much, boy, it's just alcohol. Acting like a kid is just alcohol.
Always doing too much, boy, it's just alcohol. Acting like a kid is alcohol.
In his strong accent, the word alcohol sounds more like alcohol. This accent caused TikTok users to make this into a trend, editing the original clip into different videos with other notable figures, such as Flight Reacts.
Thank you, Kyle. But now we're moving on to level 3 of the iceberg. Starting off, we have Phantom Tax. Phantom, the popular, I believe, Twitch streamer, would come into his friend's room and Phantom tax them by taking some of their food.
Jokes on him. Na 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 boo boo. I get to eat all these cookies. Where the cookies at?
This has been expanded on to take more than just food. People can say you're phantom taxing anything. Like, oh, Christopher Columbus really phantom taxed the Native Americans, guys. Or, let me phantom tax that Giat. Next, we have jelking. And I'm going to have to explain jelking a bit oddly because I don't... yeah. So you get a banana. And this is a fruit. It's a fruit banana, nothing else. And you grab the banana, you kind of pull it outwards. There's many jelking techniques, so I'm just explaining one of them. And you pull it out. It's supposed to make little micro tears in your banana, and those micro tears heal, but the result is your banana is a little bit longer, and it doesn't work. I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't work. Next, we have Wojaks, and this is more of a Twitter thing, by the way. But it's everywhere, so yeah. And they'll just get a picture of a guy and they'll just draw an outline of it. It's basically the modern day equivalent to Rage Comics. He will be like, put text over one, put text over another. They got like the normal looking guy. They got like the soy jacks. They got the woman, the Chad, the whatever. Next, we have Lobotomy Kaizen. And Lobotomy Kaizen is when the Jujutsu Kaisen community would just go absolutely brain rot when their Lord and Savior, I think his name is Gigi, when Gigi went on hiatus of uploading the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, the fans just full complete brain rot. The are you this because you're that? Are you that because you're this? Or nah, I'd win. Next, we have Minions. And Minions is brain rot for the older generation, posting the most dad jokes of dad jokes. I'm hardly working, or am I hardly working? And it's a fucking minion laughing. There are some minion memes though that have been changed a bit from the normal minion memes you see on a mom's profile on Facebook. Uh yeah, those ones are interesting. But yeah, we're being inclusive. Brainrot spans generations, okay? Finally, for level 3, we have History Explained by Fortnite. And honestly, this could be argued to be brain nourishment.
Martin Luther King Jr. stopped Fortnite discrimination with his "I have a pump" speech.
It's still brain rot, but it's teaching a bit. Like, for example, you can have Anne Crank, who is hiding from. I don't even fucking know, okay? They're funny though, I'll be honest. But that is the end of this level. But my friend Sir Waffle is going to guide you through level 4.
Welcome to level 4 of the Brainrot Iceberg. Even though it should probably be more like Circles of Hell, like Dante's Inferno or something. Just with how many evil and demonic things are lurking around, like Omegle on this level, which I'll circle back to later. I want to start off with possibly the most infested and or at least interesting level, which I would say is r/Batman Arkham. This subreddit is far beyond a normal subreddit you would find, at least most of them. I think prisoners of actual Arkham probably lurk on this level just with how many things are said on here. This is the first thing I saw on here. I mean, maybe they're not villains, but they're most definitely crazy. So I understand why they're in Arkham. The subreddit for the Batman Arkham trilogy was once a normal community. Just people who love Batman talking about Batman. One of their favorite games was, questions and theories, possible theories for the next game in the franchise. When Batman Arkham Knight, the third game in the trilogy, came out, there's no announcements for another game. Years went by of people asking the same handful of questions to everyday goers. The people slowly went mad, making memes out of nothingness and going crazy. Just like how probably in r/Batman Arkham Knight Redditor will eventually be on a headline, you probably have heard Omegle being on a headline. Similar to Age, the Batman subreddit, the 12-year-old website has a level of depravity that is hard to come by unless you're looking for it on other social media websites. It's the type you have to go looking for, really. It's had more controversies than what you would imagine Keemstar, PewDiePie, and Logan's Paul biologically engineered subrace human would probably have. Omegle has given many people starts to their careers or crutches to dying careers. A man who I think perfectly symbolizes this and is most likely, not even most likely, is the closest bridge to this and the Batman Arkham subreddit is Gypsy Crusader.
Me? I'm the Riddler. I'm not racist. I'm not here to solve the mother of all riddles. Riddle me this before you go. I am loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but commit half the crimes. Who am I?
To 12-year-old kids who thought it'd be funny going to a website for 18-plus-year-olds, or to drinking off horny degenerate men looking to prey on said children. Boomers. Everyone loves boomers, right? Making good policies. I mean, we need TikTok out, definitely. There has been a plethora of memes that have existed for a few months and then died out for the past 20 years, and then even jokes for the past hundreds of years. Okay Boomer was a meme to dismiss the baby boomer generation, but it was really, in general, just to make fun of people that were older than you. It wasn't specifically targeting the older generation, at least from what I know, when I was alive during it, because believe it or not, I'm older than 5. Like I said earlier, it was used more of generalization to older people than the person saying it, not specifically to boomers. Doge, though, that was just a funny looking dog. It does have some brain rot children, though, far down the line. It is the face of Dogecoin, which is one of the popular cryptocurrencies. I'd rather let you decide your thoughts on that. So, yeah. Mr. Beast has had popular memes circling around him, to his thumbnails, to rip on Mr. Beast, or simply how he starts his video. I just put 10,000 children on this conveyor belt. The first to escape gets to pick one family to escape North Korea. The loser gets theirs sent in the winner's stead. Something like that. Mr. Beast has one of the most overtop, just everything. His fan base.
Mr. Beast! 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 Mr. Beast!
His videos, his memes, I mean, especially his thumbnails. Every thumbnail of his, it looks like a skinwalker morphed into a version of like a baby sensory video with all the flashing lights, except as like a human walking along the legs. Actually, no, it's not human. It's whatever you would call his thumbnail self. My favorite one of Mr. Beast's memes, though. But not really because of the meme itself, but mainly the man behind it. He was able to start a career off of it, and I really like him. I've seen his things a couple times. He doesn't have many views, but I think he's, from what I know, a very nice and humble guy. I think it's time to go to the next, bozo or whoever is down the rabbit hole, farther down. So bye now, bye now.
And now we're on to level 5 of the iceberg. And starting off, we have Elsagate. Elsagate was not a one YouTuber thing, but a ton of kids channels on YouTube Kids would make these borderline fetish content of Elsa and Spider-Man and all these other characters that would get little kids to click on their videos. And it's just absolute brain rot. It's from around 2017, I believe, or 2016. That's when, or 20, I don't know. But anyways, next up we have Big Chungus. Big Chungus is Fat Bugs Bunny from some old Looney Tunes animation. That's basically it. There's nothing really else. It's just Fat Bugs Bunny. Next we have Sad Bart. And Sad Bart isn't really brain rot, but if you want to think of brain rot as just dumbing people down from viewing that content, that's what I view brain rot as. It kind of is, because it's like, oh, I'm so depressed, I'm Bart. Let me play some XXXTentacion in the background of my Sad Bart images. Next, we have Pepe. Pepe is this little people Pepe, a little frog. Yeah, that's Pepe. Pepe's been around for a real while on the internet, but it still persists a bit in like Twitch channels, I think, like little emotes. Other than that, though, kind of lost a bit of its popularity. And finally, we have Ugandan Knuckles, a very well documented brain rot. You should watch the Panda's video on Ugandan Knuckles. That's where I learned about this fine specimen. It's this little Knuckles, which from Sonic, and people would use an avatar of Ugandan Knuckles on VR chat, and they would go around just harassing everyone. This is like very early VR chat. I think this is before all the e-daters and shit on there. Actually, let's be honest, they've probably always been on there.
You don't know the way.
Yes, I
Do you know the way?
I know the way.
You have to have Ebola to know the way.
I have Ebola.
He doesn't know the way.
To know the way,
To know the
you
way,
need to
you
have
to know the
Ebola.
way. This is my new
This is
habitat.
very good habitat.
This is my new. This is my new.
This is my new home.
We
We need to
cannot
reach
escape
to
the
see the
game.
landlord.
But Ugandan Knuckles would be going around saying, "Do you know the way? Do you know the way?" Trying to find their queen, and I don't know if they ever did. But that's not relevant anymore now. And I'm gonna move you guys down to level 6. My boy Bearer is gonna narrate it for you.
Howdy, y'all. It's Bear. I'm here to explain the sixth tier of this Brainrot Iceberg, so let's get into it. SML. SML, otherwise known as Super Mario Logan, was a puppet and plush show on YouTube that uploaded videos for 14 years, starting December 8th, 2007, and was shut down July 8th, 2021. The channel mainly made skits using these plushes and puppets, and the most iconic character being Jeffy, a puppet that looked like your typical middle schooler with a pencil hanging out of his nose. Many children watched this, even though, from what I know, it wasn't really meant for kids. SML made use of Jeffy and other original characters, but also used Nintendo characters, led to the channel being terminated. On February 11th, 2021, the channel was renamed SML as Nintendo sent Logan, the creator, a cease and desist letter, making him change the channel name. That didn't matter as much as apparently the channel URL saw the name Super Mario Logan, so Nintendo, being the goddamn dicks they are, were like, please have the channel deleted, and the channel was deleted. I never watched Super Mario Logan as a kid, even though I think I was ripe for the picking. I had a ton of friends who did, though, and I just never did because I hated puppets and I hated plushes. They always creeped me out, but I feel like a lot of kids watch this channel, and I can always feel their brain rot. I can always tell, and I witnessed it in real time. I witnessed these kids' brain rot. So, like, kids quoting the show and whatnot, trying to look like Jeffy. I remember one time it was so wacky. But on to the next one, Monster School. Monster School was a Minecraft animation series which didn't last super long like SML. It still made its impact, spawning so many iterations that still are being made to this day. And I watched a lot of them as a kid. The videos were super simple, super basic, royalty-free music. They do tasks that their teacher Herobrine assigns to learn how to be like actual mobs that we see in the game. You know, scary, all that. As a kid, it was really fun to watch watch them do the wacky, weird stuff, and learning how to be mobs to scare us as Steve. As more iterations came out, it became more and more brain rot, with people making the students do bottle flip challenges and whatnot, and even more outrageous thumbnails. Like, if you look up Monster School, you'll see like bottle flip challenge, random hot girl, Minecraft girl. It's crazy. MLG. MLG, otherwise known as Major League Gaming, was huge back in the day. So many compilations went with that stupid icon of people saying MLG Pro, myself being one of them. It was mainly prevalent throughout Call of Duty gamers, and particularly for me, on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Many people would just say MLG when they do a sick play or hit a trick shot. In my case, it was just running around the playground doing stupid shit, playing tag, and when I don't get tagged and actually escape, I would yell MLG Pro, or this one's for the real ones, Leroy Jenkins. MLG Pro was also in that batch of like dank memes, I would say, in the early and mid 2010s. Usually see it next to MLG glasses, Mountain Dew, and Doritos. Gamer starter pack stuff, real brain rot. It doesn't really do anything now, but it's still fun to look back on.
Oh, baby, a triple! 4.
YouTube poops. YouTube poops, I believe, are peak brain rot. It's been around forever. I think the first video being made in 2004 with like a mashup of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and the Super Mario animated show.
Your Majesty, please, your omnipotence, have mercy.
After you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule, then after you've scrubbed all the floors in Gamelon, then after you've scrubbed all of me, then after you've rubbed oil on my penis, then you can rub my dick, then you can eat shit, then you can take my boy to dinner.
YouTube poops are mainly compilations from like pop culture films and videos and whatnot, and the creator will cut dialogue to make them say stupid, wacky things. Things the characters say make no sense, and makes for quick humor because it's so quick and jarring that it kind of wraps back around to now with what people do, like the fiber optic cable core. or people once again just saying what the Sigma or on Skibidi. Back in the day, kids my age would watch this and then try to make real life YouTube poops, like cut themselves off and say a random word. I did it a lot as a kid, to be quite frank. And YouTube poops has influenced meme culture even now. I would say YouTube, it doesn't go by the same name, but it still is prevalent throughout the memes we see today. Just random stuff. Quick, don't give you time to think. Deep fried memes. Last but not least, we got deep fried memes. Deep fried memes were huge in the mid to late 2010s. I think the first one being, really starting in 2015. It's basically just running an image through a ton of filters, screenshotting it over and over and over again. Sometimes warping the image to make it look wavy, adding like bright emojis, and sometimes if there's a person, adding like a glowing red beam onto their eyes, like the Moyamu Moshinderu Nani. Put that sound effect on there, deep fry it. Peak memes, I guess. I think this is one of the more popular meme formats that really took the internet by storm. You could find it everywhere. Used on all platforms of social media. It wasn't just a niche thing on just YouTube, such as YouTube Poops or Monster School. I think this was one of the last bastions for like the dank memes era, and the start of the new era of like 2016 memes. Like those memes weren't that good, but deep fried memes really carried 2015. I would say 2020. I mean, even up to 2020, we were still doing deep fried memes, from what I understand. But deep fried memes fell off a fucking cliff because nobody ever makes deep fried memes anymore. Nobody ever talks about them because it's just stupid. It's just kind of redundant. They're never that funny to me. They're nothing quotable or nostalgic, unlike the other entries on this tier alone. But that's all I got. See ya. Thanks for letting me on.
Now we're on level 7, the final level of the Brainrot Iceberg. And we're going to start off with Fred. Fred is this very old YouTube channel where this guy, I believe he was in middle school, would just have the most annoying voice. He is similar to Annoying Orange, actually, but he predates that. And he's actually the first channel to reach 1 million subscribers. I may be wrong, but pretty sure I'm right on that.
What do you think I should do?
Next, we have Go Animate. And this might have just caused a Winter Soldier episode in some of you guys watching. But Go Animate is this website that you can use to animate these guys, these little guys. And they would always make these Go Animate Caillou videos where Caillou is being a little shit. And Caillou's dad would get pissed at him. And you'll say something like, Caillou, you're grounded for 7, 2, 4, 8, 7, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 billion years.
Get over here right now.
Yes, Dad.
America is at World War III to fight against Afghanistan, China and North Korea because of you claimed it. Is this true? Did you start World War III?
Unfortunately, yes.
You are so grounded for 1-839-03748-592002572045740.
They would number smash. They would just keyboard smash to number pad and just say years at the end of it. But that's some pretty old school brain. No, I'm saying old school brain rot. It's old for me, okay? I was born in like 2007. Next, we have Dame tu cosita. Dame tu cosita. Ay! Where this green alien guy is dancing in some barren wasteland and he's singing some Spanish song. I'm pretty sure the song's actually pretty bad, like dirty, but I don't really want to research Dame tu cosita, I'll be honest with you. But he's actually has a Fortnite emote. I don't think a lot of people who play Fortnite now realize that. I'm gonna put it on screen for you right now. That's the Dame tu cosita emote in Fortnite. Next, we have peanut butter jelly time. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Here we go. Baseball bat. I don't remember all the words. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. With this yellow banana who would dance around singing about peanut butter and jelly. I know a lot of people might say, that's not brain rot. That's not brain rot. That's not brain rot. You grew up with it. Of course it's not brain rot. A Skibidi Toilet kid's not going to say Skibidi Toilet is brain rot either. And finally, we have Futuristic Hub. Futuristic Hub. Well, there's a lot of channels like his. I'm choosing him in particular because I watched him as a kid. Futuristic Hub is this Minecraft animator who would animate his Minecraft character doing a bit odd things.
Don't all English people sit on their asses eating crumpets and drinking tea all day?
Well, if you come on down to my cellar, I can mind your back doors in. See how you like that, you silly ninny.
What the? No way, you creep!
I'll make your ass poop out diamonds if you want to. Diamonds.
Monster School also was some Minecraft animation stuff, but Futuristic Hub, he was a bit weird, let's be honest. He would animate some pretty suggestive things, you could say. Yeah. Thank you guys for getting to the end of my Brainrot Iceberg. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, share with your mom, your dad, your pastor, your rabbi, your teachers. Yeah, play my videos in your classroom. I think I'm really educational. I'm gonna link all my friends I had on here down below in the description if you want to check out their channels. One of them is working, my little Sir Waffle baby is working on a Lethal Company video, and I'm in it, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, guys. But yep, so that's about it, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully, please subscribe.